Welcome back everyone, thanks for joining me in, and today we're going to talk about the 3 best workouts for beginners on the rings. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up everyone? Again, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I got 3 different workouts on the rings for beginners. That means if you're already working muscle ups, you're already working archer pull-ups on the rings, this video probably isn't for you. This will be more for people that are interested in beginning to work out with rings or just want to go get some and aren't really too sure what they can start off with. So alright, let's get to it. Alright, so the first workout I got for us are dead hangs on the rings, but using the false grip. That means we're not going to use the normal grip we usually do on the bars. Rings have a different grip and it's called false. It's where you have basically this fat part of your hand over the ring and you have it like that rather than like this. So here, let me explain this a little bit better. So the easiest way I can explain how to get into a false grip is this part of your wrist here where your hand can turn. You put it on the ring like this. You just wrap your thumb over and you grip the ring. So that's it, false grip. The reason why we're doing dead hangs is because when I first started helping out people on the rings and we didn't train dead hangs with false grip, their hands would slip a lot. So as soon as they start hanging, their hands would just go down, which is pretty bad because you need to hold on to your false grip. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put these rings a little bit higher and we're just going to hang from them, and I'll try to hold about maybe 15 to 25 seconds without slipping off. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention is if your hands are always slippery like mine, you might want to invest in some gym chalk, not pool chalk. Pool chalk would make your hands slippier. Whenever I have gym chalk, I usually just put it right there on the wrist where I showed you earlier, because that's really where your hand is gripping. Alright, now that you know how to do a false grip, we're going to put our rings pretty up high, make sure they're above your head, that way you can hang as far as you can. And we're going to go into our false grip. Grip the rings as hard as we can, and we're just gonna try to hang. So I don't know if you noticed, but when you're hanging from the rings, your hands are gonna turn out to fully lock out your arms. If they're in, your arms might be slightly bent depending how well your mobility is, but proper form would be to have your wrist facing out. Yeah, no, your knuckles facing out, I'm sorry. Your wrist will be basically facing down. So yeah, knuckles out and hang. Remember, we're going to try to go for 15 to 25 seconds. If you're only doing 5-10 seconds, that's perfectly fine. You're a beginner, it's totally fine. Just try to work your way up to 15 to 25 seconds at a time. And if you can't hang at all with your false grip, you can start off with one hand regular grip and one hand false grip. That'll work out too. Remember, you want to start where you're at right now. You don't want to try to force something that's going to hurt you or you just can't do and you just get discouraged. Work your way up. If you need to, one hand regular, one hand false grip, and hang. But make sure your arm is out. But if you're gonna do one arm, make sure you do the other arm and hang. Once you get good, you can do both hands. False grip and hold. Quick tip, when you're on the rings and you're holding in false grip, it also helps to actually push down with your wrist. So instead of just laying your hand there, push your arms down like you're doing this. Alright, let's say you're getting a little more comfortable on the rings now hanging. Now we're gonna drop the rings down a little lower and we're gonna try to hold tuck hangs. That'll make it a little harder. So check it out. Remember, arms locked out and hold yourself tucked in. Still, go for those 15 to 25 seconds. And to increase just a little more difficulty, we're gonna add some pull-ups in there. Check it out. Again, false grip, go into your tuck, or just to rise from the ground, make sure your arms are locked out and pull. So when you pull, your arms are gonna turn in, and on the way down, they're gonna turn out. Pull, out. Guys, make sure you lock out. I'm not gonna stress that enough. Lock out will not only help you with better form, but I hope you with getting better gains, for real. Lock out, get your gains in. All right, so the next one's quite simple. All you have to do is just stabilize yourself on top. And surprisingly, I've seen a lot of people that can't hold themselves on top. And I'm not trying to bash on them or anything. I just know it's a common issue for people that are starting to begin on the rings. So push up, and if you're like this for now and you're just shaking, it's totally fine. Hold yourself there and try to hold as long as you can. But the end result is that you're trying to hold with your wrist out like this, locked arms, hollowed back, and legs straight down. So okay, first step for this, like I said, push up as much as you can. And if you can't lock out and you're right here, it's totally fine. From there, you want to push as hard as you can until your arms are locked and the rings are forward. So you don't want them turned in. You want them either forward or all the way out. Again, push up, aim for a 10-second hold, If you're right there, it's fine. You can push up all the way, hold 10, lock your arms. Once you start getting really comfortable, you're gonna push up and turn your arm around. Try to go all the way around. All right, so something you can't really tell from the front is that my back is hollowed. So what hollowed means is my shoulders are pushed forward and my back is rounded off. I don't know if you can tell from there. Shoulders pushed forward and back rounded off. So on the rings, you're gonna push your shoulders forward. So right now I'm not hollowed. Here I'm pushing my shoulders forward. My back is rounded off. Make sure you're holding that as tight as you can, regardless of where your position is at. If you're down here, you're not locked, or you're fully locked, try to hold that hollow position like that. So for sets and reps, I'd say maybe about 3 sets, 15-second sets. Something I really liked to do when I first started was that I'd hold my regular, lock that position like this, and I just turn slowly and turn back in. Turn slowly and back in. Because back then I used to not be able to hold this, but I used to be able to go into for half a second and then come out of it. That's definitely gonna help. So remember, maybe you can do sets of 5 turnouts. So like push up all the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that'll definitely help you out. All right, and so for the last workout, I got ring push-ups. So I got the rings about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet off the ground, and we're just gonna practice some push-ups. So the hardest way is gonna having the rings all the way down. So the slack thing is just all the way down and just doing push-ups straight down. To make it a little easier, you can bring the rings up and it'll decrease the difficulty. It'll take some weight off you. My way of doing these push-ups is when I push up, my wrists turn out, just like I showed you earlier for your stability. Push in, then turn out. So when you're in, you want the rings straight, then out. To make them a little harder, you can go wide on the way down, and you can turn out. Those are called Bulgarians. These are just regular push-ups. So starting off with these, like I said, you can start up here, push up to practice your stability on pushing, and then you can go all the way down. If you want to make these super hard, you can squeeze your body between the rings and try to go deeper, like this, and push up. That's a little more intermediate, but I'm sure you guys can get there pretty quick. These push-ups aren't too hard, but they'll definitely get you them gains real quick. And as always, guys, remember, lock out. I'm not gonna tell you guys again. When you push up, this is not a rep. This is not a rep. Lock out and turn out. Down, lock out and turn out. Oh, and another thing, guys, I forgot to tell you is also hollow out at the top. Honestly, on everything you do on the rings, you're always gonna want your body hollowed out. So even when you push up, you want your shoulders forward. So this is not hollow. This is regular. This is me pushing my shoulders forward. You can tell my back gets a little bit rounded. And also, make sure you don't have your ass in the air. Sorry, but make sure you have your butt down. Make your body a flat line. You're holding yourself like this. Push, hollow, butt down. You don't want it in the air, or you don't want it slacking either. You want it right there. All right, guys, that basically sums up my top 3 workouts for beginners on the rings. If you guys like this video, please comment, like, subscribe. That'll mean a lot. If you guys are enjoying these beginner workout videos, let me know. I'll make more. If you guys want intermediate or advanced, I can do those too. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know in the comment section. I can't wait for the next video, guys. Later. Yeah, have a good day.